crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, Roadroo.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, we had a Dick Allgaier indicator fire this morning. Hysterical rant from my buddy Dick. You can always judge when Bitcoin's about to bottom out for a little bit. Dick will go on a rage, and this was a good one. Check him out, venting in his backdrop of Hawaii.
We're the folks who buy and hold knowing tomorrow's going to be bright. So what are we up against? Well, we're up against weasels and jackals, traitors, manipulators, predators, vampires, vultures, hyenas, hedge funds, Elon fucking Musk, the SEC, blood-sucking leeches. We're up against fat cats and financiers, big spenders, money lenders, and we're just trying to hold on. We're up against weak-kneed little fools who sell at the first sign of a dip, clueless little trembling newbies looking for a fast buck who want and desire instant wealth with little effort and even less knowledge. But we're holding on and we're going to prevail.
Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Mr. Dick Allgaier. Go to Crypto Viewing to watch his rant. And of course, as usual, the Allgaier indicator fired and Bitcoin started to go up. I mean, like literally, this is when he said it yesterday. Bitcoin was at 34,000 and now it's at almost 37,000. Good job, Dick. They fired off the Allgaier indicator, which means Dick's so fed up, he's about to throw in the towel, and then Bitcoin pops. So, bravo. We'll see how much run this has. But actually, I want to talk about silver today. A couple things. The fight for $28 silver is on. That seems to be the mark that the banksters have drawn the line in the sand, and the regulators and the U.S. government. Good line in the sand. I don't know. When it takes out $30, what's going to happen? Is anybody going to sell? Mind you, if you look at the sell volumes, it takes 500 million ounces of electronic silver trades every single day just to control the price. So this is how it's done. And those of you wishing for something different, I wish I could tell you. I've been wishing for something different for a little over 20 years now, and nothing is different. Silver is rigged every trade. And yes, you can rig the trend. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what happened in 2011 when JP Morgan Chase's Jamie Dimon sent Bill Daley to be the chief of staff for Barack Obama. Bill Daley was Jamie Dimon's head of his SWAT team, as Jamie Dimon called it, at JP Morgan. So Bill Daley goes to Barack Obama, right-hand man. As soon as he gets in office, the price of silver jets from $20 to $50 in 2011, and then gets slammed down using derivative contracts and created an artificial bear market that has gone on for 10 years. So anybody who tells you, well, manipulation is short-term and you can't buck the market trend, bullshit. You're an idiot. You're an idiot for thinking that. No. Manipulation is 100%, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's the fact, and that's how you create an artificial bear market for 10 years. And you continue the con by trading over right around 500 million ounces every day. Now, some days it requires 2 or 3 billion ounces to be dumped onto the market. This is COMEX contracts. We cannot have a freely traded price of silver until we shut down these assholes or implement something within the mechanism of the trading that limits the amount of high-frequency trades, that limits the amount of spoofing JP Morgan. Yes, they got fined $920 million for tens of thousands of instances of spoofing and colluding with other people, which is RICO charges, and they got off with a fine. I'll get to that in a second. So yes, the price of silver is still dragging along. We are getting into next week will be the middle of June. And I said the middle of June, we're going to start to see some more crazy action because we have a delivery month coming up. We also have, a lot of people are excited about Basel III. being implemented at the end of June. Basel III does not cover silver. The criminal banksters made sure of that. It's just gold. But silver moves. The programs they use to rig silver, they used to move with gold, but who knows what's happening now. Obviously there is no connection between silver and gold for the manipulators because they know the price of silver is much more important to suppress than the price of gold. There's so much gold out there. The banks are like dripping gold out their ears. So Basel III, yeah, that's great. A lot of physical gold is going to go into the coffers of the likes of J.P. Morgan. And it already has, truthfully, over the last couple of years. That's what they've been doing. They've been planning this thing. Basel III has been dragging on for years. So do I think it's something gigantic? No. Just because there's massive amounts of gold, and Basel III only relates to gold. But will they use it as an excuse, as a point in time to say, well, the price of silver was allowed to go, I would say allowed, but went up, $10, $20 because of Basel III. Everybody needs an excuse as to why, other than the obvious one, which is it's rigged every single day with computer programs. I hear Vinny Viola and Virtu Financial are under investigation right now, which should be good. I've been pointing that out for God knows how long. Before it was called Virtu Financial, it was called EWT LLC. And it's what all the tech traders were using Elliott wave theory back in the day. And that's what Vinny Viola and his buddy Bernie Madoff were doing in the basement of, or the first floor of, the lower floor, let's call it, of Bernie Madoff's rigging operation. No, it wasn't a Ponzi scheme. That's a lie. It was a deep state way to pay off people around the world, run by the Mossad and the deep state in the U.S. government. And it wasn't 50 billion; it was 500 billion. So I hope you understand that. Vinny Viola was not put in jail. He still runs the same company. They went public. God knows how that happened. But he's still there behind the scenes helping the likes of J.P. Morgan and Bank of America and Citibank shuffle the shells of the shell game, the 3-card Monte. Call it what you want. And it all is helped. God knows he's not a powerhouse in this, but God knows it's helped by CPM Group, Jeff Christian over there spouting off his lies and idiocracy, some good word that sums up Mr. Jeff Christian. Every time I see him, I just want to adjust his toupee just a little. Maybe put it back to front. He deserves it. He's called me so many names, and the folks at GATA, my good friends at GATA, that I have no qualms giving shit to Jeff Christian. He deserves it. He's a shill for the banking cabal. And I want to see the people who hide behind the scenes. I mean, it's nice to see Jeff Curry come out of his hole, if that is him. Most people say that's not him. It doesn't even look like the original Jeff Curry. That's the head of market research for J.P. Morgan. No, for Goldman Sachs. Anyway, so that's where we are. We're coming up to some interesting times. The delivery of silver for July, as well as the gold Basel III rules being implemented by the European banks. U.S. banks are implementing them by January 1st, but that doesn't really matter. They lie about it anyway. It's just for show. But they do need a reason why they got to let some steam out of silver. Silver's got to go up over $50, its all-time high, mainly because gold has gone more than double its all-time high of 1980, and silver has not. In 2011, silver has not. Silver is pretty much the only commodity that has not risen in this hyperinflationary world we live in. So it's coming. Maintain composure. Get your physical silver. Oh my God, get your physical silver. I know the Wall Street Bets guys are too lazy to do this. Some of them. Let me take that back. Well, Wall Street Bets and the Wall Street Bets silver are two different things. Wall Street Bets are just lazy and not about their research, but about understanding how these markets are rigged, how the shares are rehypothecated. Reggie Middleton could have fixed that back a couple years ago, but the SEC decided to take him down. Do I think it'll come back? I sure hope so. We need it in our markets. Peer-to-peer transactions with no JP Morgan Chase standing in the middle. Why do I say JP Morgan Chase is standing in the middle of every silver transaction? Because of this and many other reasons. But JP Morgan Chase dominates silver, COMEX silver holdings. I took a look at the COMEX warehouse data, and JP Morgan had always been about 50, just 49% of the total. And not always, since they started warehousing metal a couple of years ago. Now they warehouse just about 50% of all COMEX warehouse metal, both eligible and registered. Eligible meaning it's available to be delivered. Registered meaning it's just held in the warehouse. They're all owned by anybody, but the eligible category is the deliverable stuff. Now, of the eligible, JP Morgan has 63% in its vault. You can say, Bix, that's just for their customers. That's fine. But this is the bank that got fined $920 million for, and I quote, JP Morgan Bank has entered into a resolution with the Department of Justice to resolve criminal charges related to two distinct schemes to defraud. The first involving tens of thousands of episodes of unlawful trading in the markets for precious metals futures contracts. They even go in there and talk about the people who had plea bargains and said, yeah, I did it. I did it because, Greg Smith, Michael Nowak, Christopher Jordan, all JP Morgan's traders that did it. But they colluded with other people, and that's been proven as well. That's a RICO charge. That's racketeering. JP Morgan gets away from that because that's their job, is to racketeer. In the last 20 years, they have paid $35.8 billion just in penalties to the regulators. What have the regulators been doing with all that money? What have the regulators been doing with all that money? $35.8 billion in the last 20 years. And it hasn't stopped. Look. They've already had their first violation in 2021. 2020, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 violations, any of which could take away their banking license. But look at them all. Look how long this list is of all the violations that JP Morgan has had to pay out fines to stay out of jail. That's just one page. Let's look at the next page. It goes on and on and on and on. Look at these criminals. And our Department of Justice and the CFTC and our lovely Congress people just allow it to happen. JP Morgan is not a bank. JP Morgan is a fraud operation. Their purpose in life is to commit fraud. $35 billion. That's just in fines. $35.8 billion. I bet that equates to over $10 trillion of total gross revenue flowing through this freaking company. That's just a $35.8 billion is a little gnat on JP Morgan's ass. Because they find it much easier, and they can expense all the illegal parts. Those are expenses. It's a line item for them. Jamie Dimon said they had $5 trillion going out every day out of their money center in Florida. JP Morgan, $5 trillion. Why? Is it a $2 trillion market cap company and that $5 trillion per day going out to rig markets? That's how you get the bullshit like this. 500 million ounces of physical silver traded every day, when we all know there's not that much in existence on a yearly basis, which is over 100 billion ounces. Over 100 billion ounces a year is traded on the COMEX, and the same or even more can be traded on the LBMA, the other fraud exchange, which isn't even an exchange, it's an association. Anyway, so for those of you saying, Basel III is going to change the world, this is what changes the world right here. JP Morgan rigging the silver market. Rigging every market. Trump had him. Could have closed the door on him. Unheard of. JP Morgan was up on RICO charges, racketeering. It would have shut down JP Morgan, and the fine would have been 3 times the amount they sold. So if they, let's just say they had 1 billion ounces, well, no, that's the other thing. How much is JP Morgan's crime? I don't know. But right now they are sitting with 63% of all COMEX eligible inventory. Why is that allowed? A company that just got dinged for racketeering charges had to pay almost $1 billion for, quote, tens of thousands of episodes of unlawful trading, and yet the COMEX, which is a self-regulating entity, the CFTC, which is the regulator, the Federal Reserve Bank, which is another bank regulator, allows bullshit like this to happen, that JP Morgan controls the vast majority of eligible silver on the COMEX. Anyway, that's my little rant. There's no way in hell that JP Morgan should control 63% of all COMEX eligible silver. If Jeffrey Christian is correct, there's thousands and tens of thousands of traders all participating in this market. If that is true, why is just one bank, the most criminal bank within precious metals, holding 63% of all the eligible silver inventory? Why are they the custodian of SLV? And is the COMEX inventory being double counted in SLV's inventory, according to the head of Goldman Sachs, Jeff Curry? That's exactly what's happening. So JP Morgan's 187 million ounces of physical silver has been pledged many times to many people, and yet they sit there with control of it. Anyway, that's my rant on silver. Yes, I do think we're going to get some action, but remember, nothing gets solved until the COMEX gets shut down or they implement peer-to-peer trading, which is basically Veritaseum. Which I think that includes data. I think that would be a great solution to a huge problem without causing the chaos that we're going to see if the default on the COMEX actually happens come July or whenever. All right. Again, the Allgeier indicator has fired. Bitcoin price has moved up to 37,000. I will be talking to Jenny Moonstone later today and then posting that for private road members. Go check out the Jenny Moonstone readings. There's all kinds of silver stuff in here. There's your silver dagger. All kinds of stuff. T-Fuel, we talked about T-Fuel fire. This shit makes people money. Theta Fuel was trading at 20 cents and is now up to, what is Theta Fuel trading at right now? I have no idea. But it was like 20 cents, 24 cents when Jenny and I were talking about it, and she's like, yeah, it's gonna skyrocket. T-Fuel. So 20 cents to 56 cents. It's like a tripling. Nice job, Jenny. But we all know why that's happening. We got Tom Brady about to sign on and say, buy Theta Fuel. Can you imagine? That's like a rocket fuel explosion on the platform, shooting way past the moon. And if Tom Brady does come out and say Theta's the one, look out above. All right, that's all I got for you. This is Bix Weir, roadtoroot.com. I'll talk to you later.
All right, it's time to have a little fun with our friends on the COMEX. This song goes out to that big old gigantic naked short out there. You know who you are. It's kind of lonely at the top, ain't it? I thought I heard the people say, pay me my silver now. Tomorrow's another trading day. But pay me my silver now. Watching the COMEX prices rise. Pay me my silver now. JP Morgan naked shorts the highs. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. CFTC, you better shut it down. Pay me my silver now. There's people rising up in every town. Pay me my silver now. The Gatta boys are in the know. Pay me my silver now. Tinfoil hats at the silver show. Pay me my silver now. Pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. butler nails you every time you try. Pay me my silver now. The BPS shows how much you lie. Pay me my silver now. The game is done when the silver's gone. Pay me my silver now. COMEX metal in the warehouse, none. Pay me my silver now. Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. The banking boys melt that witch. Pay me my silver now. Deliver those bars and melt that bitch. Pay me my silver now. Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. 'Cause now is the time to free our land. Pay me my silver now. Silver in my pocket, paper in the can. Pay me my silver now. Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now. Pay me, pay me, pay me my silver now. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my silver now.